Hello students, welcome back to today's video class. The last video class we have already completed our chapter circle, and we have already taken some discussions of your doubt in your doubt clearing or online class. I hope you have already completed your work of circles. Now today I am going to start a new chapter, that is statistics. Some terms related to statistics. First of all is the primary data. So data are so many types: primary data, secondary data and raw data. Primary data means the information collected by the investigator himself or herself with a definite purpose is called a primary data. Suppose if I collect the data of your class, the age of all the students or weight of all students, age are quite all of you are of same age, but if I take the weight of your age, that is the primary data, I can say. Secondary, the information gathered from a source which already have informed stored in the. Now if I take the data which is already stored in school, from there if I take the data, that is called secondary data. And raw data, that is the numerical data, if I call you one by one and I make your check your weight and take the record randomly, so it's called a raw data. Next is a variable. Quantities being measured is called experiment, is called a variable or variate also, it's called variate also. Suppose if I'm taking your record of your weight, that means weight is the variate. Variates are of two types. First is the continuous variates or the discontinuous variates. Suppose the minimum weight of the students of your class is 40 kg and the maximum weight of your students of your class is suppose 60 kg. So if I bifurcate the age like this, if you see, if I bifurcate, take the age weight, suppose 40 to 45 kg, 45 to 50 kg, 50 to 55 kg, then 55 to 60 kg, then 60 to 65 kg, 65 to suppose 70 kg. So what you can see, this portion is called lower limit. It is called lower limit, and this is called upper limit. Okay, it is called upper limit. So if you take this lower limits and upper limits, what you will see, this lower limit, upper limit of the any of the class is equal to the lower limit of the other class. This is in a continuous form, so this is called continuous variable. It is called quanti variable. Okay, now if I take it in the jumped way, suppose if I take 41 to 45 kg, then 46 to 50 kg, then 51 to 55 kg. So that we can see here 50, if someone is 45.5 kg, where you will take the data. So this type of is called discontinuous variable. It is called discontinuous variable. Okay, this is called discontinuous variable. Now next is the range. Range is the difference between the lowest observation minus highest observation. Means highest minus lowest, or the maximum observation means, suppose if the weight of a student in your class, minimum weight is 45 kg and the maximum weight of your class is 68 kg, okay, of a student. So 68 minus 45, this is called range. Means in that range the weight varies of all the 11 students of your class. Next is called variate. So this is also called the variate. Variables are called variates. Frequency, the number of times a variate occurs. Number of times a variate occurs is called, suppose in 40 to 45 kg only one student is there, then one is the called frequency. If 45 to 50 kg there are two students, that means it is 2 is its frequency. 50 to 55 kg there is no students, 0, so 0 is its frequency. So this is called the number of times a variate occurs is called frequency. And this chart, when you prepare in a chart form, that is called frequency distribution chart or frequency distribution table. To do that frequency distribution table, you need to have the total observation, and observation can be always raw data. In raw data you can make a frequency distribution chart of, that is also called ungrouped data, that is also called ungrouped data. So how to draw? First of all, frequency distribution chart. If I take a question from your book, it will be easy for you to understand. The question is not given in your book in this type of frequency distribution. So you have already done in your previous class, that is called, you have to first take the tally mark. After doing the tally mark, you count the frequency and you just write the chart. That is, this type of chart is called frequency distribution chart. Okay, so it's not questions are not given in this type of this. Here they have started already with the questions of mean. They have started here with questions of mean. What is mean? That is also you have done in your previous class. Mean means the average. Mean means the average. So first of all, here the main concept of this chapter that we have to do, that is the mean. So what is mean? Mean is also called as average. It is also called as average, and mean, this is equal to sum of the observation whole divided by number of observation. So total number of observation by number of observation, that is called mean. The symbolic form of mean is also called sigma xi. It's called sigma xi, that is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 to up to xn. So number of observation. So therefore that is mean. When you write the mean, the formula is mean is equal to sigma xi by n. Sigma xi by n. Sigma xi means sum of the observations, n means number of observation. That gives you the mean. Okay, sigma is sign is called summation. The symbol, this sigma symbol means the summation. Here also you have to do the median, but the median part I will give you the description in the next video class. So today we will do some questions from exercise 20.1. First of all, that question I have taken. So exercise I am writing here over 20.1. Okay. The first question that I have taken, that is question number 4. See, question number 4. Find the mean of first 12 natural numbers. First 12 numbers, natural number means 1, 2 to 12. So what is you have to write? Mean is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 11 plus 12 whole divided by, how many numbers are there? So it is divided by 12. So add them. 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 4 10, 15, 21, 28, 36, 45, 55 plus 11 is 55 plus 11 is 66, and then 12, 66 plus 12 is 78. So it is 78 by 12. Now you can do the cancellations here. So 6 2s are 12, 6 1 is 6, 3 is 18, that is equal to 6.5. So mean of the first 12 number is 6.5. I don't know, you check it, I have done the correct sum or not. 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 4, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 15, 21, 28, 28 plus 8 is 36, 36 plus 9, 45, 40 plus 45 plus 10, 55, 55 plus 11, 66, 66 plus 2, 68 plus 10, 78. Okay, it's correct. 78 by 12, that is equal to 6.5. So it is the mean of the first 12 numbers. Now some important question 1 is given here. Number 7, the mean of 5 numbers is 12. Here the mean of 5 numbers is given 12. If one number is excluded, that means if you exclude one number from that, the mean of the remaining numbers is 23. Find the excluded number. Okay, so how will you do it? You see the question number 7. Here is given mean of 5 numbers is equal to 20. So here number of observation is equal to 5. If one number is excluded, then new number of observation is equal to what will be? 5 minus 1, that is equal to 4. Now, and new mean is also given. New mean is given 23, and new mean is also given 23. So how will you find the excluded number? So for that, first of all, you have to find the sum of the first 5 numbers. What will get? Sum of the 5 numbers, that is equal to, if you have the sum of the observation, if you want to find, what you have to do, you have to multiply mean with the number of observation. Here is mean is given 20 and number of observation is 5. So sum of the observation, that is equal to, you have to multiply them. So it will be 5 into 20, that is equal to 100. Same ways, now how many numbers are left with us? 4, and whose mean is 23. So again, sum of 4 numbers. Sum of the 4 numbers, that is equal to 4 into 23, that is equal to, I think, 92. So therefore the excluded number is equal to 100 minus 92, that is equal to 8. 8 is the answer. So in this way you can find the excluded number of this in this question. Okay, one more question I am going to explain you, that is question number 11. It's very important. The mean weight of 8 students are given 45.5 kg. 2 more students whose weight are 41.5 kg and 53.3 kg are joined in the group, what will be the new mean? That's an easy question. Just you have to find the total weight of the 8 students. With them, you add the weight of the new students. You will get the new sum. And at first there was 8 students. Now when two students are joined, now the total number of students will be 10. So get the mean, the new sum by new number of students. You will get the answer. So I'm not going to do that question. Question number 12, you see, it's very important question. A mean of 9 observations are found. Mean of 9 observation was found to be 35. Later it was detected that 81 was mid-read as 18. There was a number 81, but somehow it was mid-read as 18. Now you have to find the correct mean. So how will you find the correct mean? See. So I'm going to do this question here. The space is left. It is question number 12. Now here the number of total numbers are total number of observation. So number of observation is equal to 9 and the mean is given 35. Okay, so now 81 is misread as 18. Okay, 81 is mid as 18. That means from the sum you have to exclude is this 18 and you have to add 81 to them, then you will get the original sum. So first of all you find the sum of the 9 observation. Sum of the 9 observation, that is equal to 9 into 35. So again we are using this formula, sum of the observation is equal to mean into number of observation. So sum of the observation is equal to mean into number of observation. So it will be 9 5s are 45, 5 carry over 4. So 9 3s are 27 and 4 it's 31. So the sum of the observation is 315. Now new correct sum. You write correct sum of the 9 observations is equal to 315. From the sum 315, which is a misread, that number should be excluded and the original correct number should be added to them. So first you have to subtract this 18 from the previous sum, and after that you have to add the correct one. So when you add 6, 5 plus 1 is 6, 1 plus 8 is 9, so 396 minus 18, this is equal to 16 minus 8 is 8, and here is 8 minus 1 is 7, and it is left with 3. So 370 is the correct sum of the 9 observation. Therefore new mean or the correct mean, it will be 378 by 9. So what will be the answer? 9 1 is 9, 9 4 is 36, 37 minus 36 is left is 1, it's 18. So 9 2 is 18. So the correct mean is 42 is the correct answer. At first it was 35 when 81 is mid-read as 18. So when you exclude 18 from the sum and add 81 to the number, you will get the correct sum of the observation. From that you can find the mean, because the number of observations is same, that is 9. So by dividing, so in this way you have to do the questions of mean. So students, I hope you have understood what is mean and how to find the questions of mean. Now in the next video class I will explain you how to find the median, and then after we will do how to draw the median from the now we are doing the ungrouped data. Okay, after that we will also find how to find the mean of group data and median of group data. Okay, so till then, goodbye students. Hope you have enjoyed this video class. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you.